Wow. Good afternoon, paradigm shifters, or morning, or whatever it is. We are so grateful this month of March to be talking about play and having fun and tell me something good. And of
Tell me
course, you
something
guys,
good.
yeah, there you go. You know that paradigm shifters, we are a global, you know, we are a growing global community dedicated to shift and uplift the entire planet. Yeah. People say, "Are you kidding me? How are you going to shift the planet?" I'm like, "Well, one pig at a time."
Mhm.
One person at a time. And why not? Why not set your standards high? So we're right now, we're pushing towards the 1400 mark, and I'm so thrilled. I used to say excited, but I'm thrilled to introduce you to my buddy Tom. My buddy Tom, who is a drug dealer. Legal drug dealer, right? Oh yeah, button up that collar. And come on in here, Tom, and tell us about this play and this topic and how come you're an expert at this. Tell us more.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on this great program of yours. I've watched a number of your webcasts, and it's very uplifting. It's extremely uplifting, from the woman in Colorado to the play here in March, and it's an honor to be here. So, my name's Tom Mcdonough. I am a pharmaceutical drug rep. I've been doing it for 26 years. I make more money than I made in high school,
Good.
but
Good.
it's all a wonderful journey I've been on for 26 years, where I build relationships with physicians, endocrinologists, cardiologists, rheumatologists, on down the line. And these people are so knowledgeable. And if I don't know the answer to their questions, I say, well, we'll learn together. And it's just fabulous. I get to be really good friends with the staff. And if they have any obstacles with getting my injectables delivered to the patients, I run through a wall for them. So I'm very blessed to have this position, and I treat it with utmost respect. And it's all about saving patients' lives. Currently, I have a postmenopausal osteoporosis drug that's an injectable for women that are osteoporotic, as well as men that are going through prostate cancer therapy. And this injectable helps with their bones. So it strengthens bones when you're going through breast cancer therapy or prostate cancer therapy. And over and above that, my life is full of play. So I'm
Oh,
really happy to be here.
so you're on the road a lot, aren't you?
I have a 3-year-old car. I have 113,000 miles on it, my company. So I have a lot of windshield time, as they call it in the
Yeah.
business. Um, I go from Austin to Kerrville, Fredericksburg, New Braunfels, Gonzales, all over the place. But love what I do, and I do make an impact, which is important. And that's where play can make an impact with us, with our bodies, with our mental states, with our overall outlook on life. So I'm thrilled to be here, and love seeing you when I get to see you, Judy. We got to know each other for a year without ever meeting each other in person through the meditation meetings. And when I first met you in person, I'll never forget that. That was a cool experience.
Yeah, back at you. So tell us about how you play and why and like what kind of play and any suggestions for
Well,
couch potatoes or
yeah, the thing about it is, when you are engaged in play or in exercise or simply blowing bubbles, like the woman stated on your last webcast, you're firing off endorphins in your brain. And I wanted to start my talk with talking about what that actually transpires. I have a degree in biology, and when you exercise or play, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. these endorphins interact with the receptors in your brain that reduce your perception of pain. That's very important. Endorphins also trigger a positive feeling in the body, similar to that of morphine. For example, the feeling that follows a run or a workout is often described as euphoric. That feeling, known as a runner's high or working out with weights, can be accompanied by a positive and energizing outlook on life. Endorphins, which are triggered, these act as analgesics, which means they diminish the perception of pain.
Oh,
they also act as sedatives, which I just learned. They are manufactured in your brain, spinal cord, and many other parts of your body, and are released in response to brain chemicals called neurotransmitters. So the neuron receptors endorphins bind to are the same ones that bind some pain medicines. However, unlike those pain medicines or opiates, they're not addictive. So endorphins really do help us, and that's why play and going for walks or going for hikes is so very important to our overall being, our overall outlook on life. So I broke it down into a number of different categories. The first one is just play. Play tag. Go, if you have children, play tag with your kids. Do you remember Foursquare? With a big ball. Play miniature golf, play frisbee with your kids, play frisbee with your friends, blow bubbles. Go and play ping pong. That's so much fun. And that really gets laughs going when you're playing with friends, or shoot a game of pool or shuffleboard. And then we go into more detailed things like go boogie boarding if you're near the beach, go snow skiing if you're in the mountains, go play tennis, go cross country skiing. It doesn't cost much. The snow skiing and golf can cost some. Go kayaking, as Judy knows very well. She is an expert at kayaking and runs her own kayak business. So I encourage everybody to look into that with her. Go paddleboarding. I have a dear friend that's told me he wants to take me paddleboarding. I can't wait. It just looks like such a mindfulness way to get exercise and yoga and stretching and workout and be on the water. That's what I love. I'm a play guy for the water, playing frisbee on the beach or just walking the beach and looking for shells. That's a play date. There's other things that come up here in Austin. We're now known for a bunch of bars that have axe throwing. You could go throw axes at a bar.
Axe throwing.
I taught my 3 daughters when they were young up in Michigan how to throw an axe into a tree. And my wife would come running out of the house. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm teaching them how to throw an axe. And didn't go over well with her, but my eldest daughter is now,
a tree.
yeah, my eldest daughter is now 25, and she works for a large corporation. And for a team building exercise, they went to a bar where they had axe throwing, and my 25-year-old daughter beat all the men, just humbled them. It was fantastic. So
I want to ask a question about yeah, after you do the third one, but it sounds like as far as the endorphins go, what is like the endorphins level when you're doing it with another person compared to when you're doing it with yourself?
By yourself. I'm
Yeah,
sure
so go ahead.
I'm sure it's multiplied. I'm sure it's multiplied because of the fact that you're engaged with another person, you're feeding off their energy, there's vibrations, there's happiness, laughter. So absolutely, it's probably twofold, if not threefold, the endorphins firing off when you're with a partner in play. At least from what I've experienced. I love playing with my 3 daughters. We play frisbee on the beach. We play lacrosse on the beach when we go to Florida. We just have a great time. So that's play, and then the next one is exercise that I broke it down into. You can go swimming. Swimming is a fantastic, fantastic way to play. I've taken up jump rope. I'm jumping rope at my apartment, my expansive apartment, the gym that I have here at the community center at the apartment complex. And jumping rope is fantastic. I'm doing sit-ups and jumping rope, and that gets the endorphins firing off, and a state of euphoria follows. And I'm playing. I'm just having a great time. There's taking walks, taking hikes. That's exercise that really can connect you with nature, and you get the vibrations from trees, birds, rocks, plants. I'm a big rock hound. I love collecting rocks. Bring binoculars when you go on those hikes. I highly recommend that when you're playing out in nature. Take binoculars. It's fantastic. And then there's, you could go fishing, you could go bird watching. So many different things that we don't take advantage of, that don't cost anything. So I'm very adamant about it. The next thing that I wanted to show you was I went to a crystal shop and I bought this rock that is just magnificent. So I don't know if you can see it. There it is.
Yeah.
So I spent 2 hours in this crystal shop playing. It was just magnificent. Some of the gems and the stones and the different types of rocks that they have that can help you with mindfulness, relaxation, stress. And that's all part of playing and reducing all that stress in our daily lives. With all the world coming down on top of us, we need to play. We really do. And so taking a break to do that, or to go diving off a diving board, or just jump off the diving board. That's so much fun. It's so beneficial to your well-being. I can't stress it enough. And then the last category I have is laugh.
Oh yeah.
So
tell me about that. And when you're not a laugher normally,
well,
how do you like? Like you were told not to laugh, because if you laugh, it means you're not serious enough.
Right.
And people are like, I mean, the paradigms are is like, if I laugh, and it's like, especially in church.
Right.
Or people are thinking you're laughing at them, and you're not. You're laughing because you've had that same experience. And I think maybe not, that I've had experience where I've been in different meetings of different things, and people will be sharing something, and I'll start laughing, and I'm like, oh, I don't mean that to. Oh yeah, me too. So tell me about laughter. This is fascinating.
Well, laughter also stimulates those endorphins that help with pain and make you feel euphoric. So I came up with singing songs when you're listening to your Spotify or to Siri in the house, or Alexa in the house. Sing along with Alexa. That can give you so much laughter. I took a trip last month in February to Florida with a friend, and we sang Carole King songs and Carly Simon songs for hours, and I knew every word from the 70s. It was a magical time, just to laugh and remember the words and sing out loud. Other ways you can laugh are, I YouTubed Johnny Carson interviewing some guests, and just howled with laughter. Oh my gosh, Jonathan Winters and Mork and Mindy, Robin Williams, just laughing out loud. I used to go to the movie theater with my buddies in college, and we would go see Three Stooges marathons, and our stomachs would hurt from laughing so much. Rodney Dangerfield, You could go to comedy clubs. We have a couple of comics in our group here in Lakeway that do stand up, and I went to see a couple of them last year, 2 years ago, before the pandemic, and it was, my cheeks hurt from laughter, and that's so good for you. Then there's games you can play. You can play Yahtzee with your friends, play poker, play cards, play gin rummy, play Wordle every day. That's a new one that's out. Wordle is a fascinating little game that has you think about stuff. You can call friends and laugh about it. And there's also Left, Right, Center, which is a great game. All kinds of board games where just have friends come over. Hey, we're doing a board game night, and just laugh and be in camaraderie with your mates. It's so good for you. I can't stress it enough. Then I broke it down into pay to play. So you can pay.
What did you say?
Pay to play. So
Pay to play.
it's like you pay for a massage, pay for a facial.
Yeah.
Pay for acupuncture that I'm doing every month, and that's playing. That's becoming one with who you really are, and feeling good about yourself. And when I'm getting a massage, I'm very, very relaxed, and just, it's so good to reconnect with yourself. Acupuncture, Reiki sessions, I just did one of those. That's fabulous. The vibrations in a Reiki session are unbelievable if you have a good Reiki master, and we have one here in Lakeway. And then, as I mentioned earlier, pay to play, like snow skiing or scuba diving or playing golf or snorkeling. You could rent snorkel equipment and go snorkeling out in Lake Travis, and
Oh, really?
and just have a wonderful experience of playing with friends and experiencing nature. So that's how I broke it down. You have play, laugh, exercise, and then pay to play. So that's how I broke it down. And a couple of pictures here is from some of the places I've been. This is Lake Tahoe, just a beautiful place on earth. And that's a fabulous place to play. And then this is when I drove out to Florida the other day. This is looking in from the Atlantic Ocean, and just walking the beach and getting exercise and playing some volleyball with friends. Oh, just fabulous times. So,
and the thing that is coming to my mind is, yes, you have a very full-time job, and
yes,
this is why you're able to keep doing it. Is that
yes,
right?
correct. Yes, I'm going to be 61, and I do not plan on slowing down. I eat well, I play hard, and I enjoy my life. And the other thing I wanted to mention was meditation. And that's a form of play for me, because we all get in ruts, and some of the older women that I've been in meetings about play and stuff like that, being mindful and being joyful, they mention that we all get into a rut, but you don't have to furnish it. You don't have to carpet it. You don't have to put in a new couch. It's a rut. You don't have to stay there. And that has stuck with me for years. I love that. And then the unexamined life is a life not worth living. And that's from Socrates. So introspection, thinking about when's the last time I played, when's the last time I had a board game with my family or friends, when's the last time I sang a song to the radio. It's all part of keeping that joyfulness in our lives, and keeping play at the forefront. And then
also the longevity, right?
Yes.
It's
yes.
like, okay, yeah, I want to live to be 120, and what do I want to be at 120? What is that? Playfulness is such a big part of it. And even though, like, all through, the other thing that I was wondering about too is, so I'm going along in life and things are playful and everything, and then boom,
Life hits.
life hits. And there was just about an hour ago a life hits moment in my uh-oh. And then I'm like, well, I'm supposed to get on here and talk about play. And then, like, how a part of me says, don't go down that. You've been doing that all your life. You're not looking at it square in the face.
Mm.
And another part of me says, how do you want to model to other people?
Right.
So
Right.
have you ever come about that? And then I guess, you know, I think, whatever, tell me more. Have you ever hit a situation where that's happened, and what did you do to come out of it? Or
Well,
maybe not
I
get
think yeah, a key word there is pivot.
pivot.
I think that's a perfect word. When you're aware of how good life can be, and then you're hit with reality square in the face, knocks you down, just punishes you, pummels you. You can still pivot and think, this isn't the end. There's much more that I'm going to go through in my life, and pick pick your battles to just stay focused and try and see the silver lining. It's a learning experience. I'll grow from it. It's an opportunity. Those are so big. Those words are so big in terms of facing a catastrophe and trying to meet it with a little bit of serenity and grace. I've seen my good friends go through losing a brother with a whole family. The brother died, and to go through it and be of service and be graceful about it, and just keep walking the walk, that we all learn to try and do, is so important, and to do it with gratitude. I think that's be humble and be of gratitude, and do it with grace, and you'll find that serenity very quickly, as opposed to the person that wallows in it. Oh, woe is me. I've been fired from a job before, and it is not fun. It is
No.
not fun at all. And to wallow in it is easy to do, but you've got to look at what you bring to the table. You bring a lot to the table, and to keep that in your heart of hearts, that you're worthy. You can battle through this, not battle through it, but you'll make it through, and you have friends that you can reach out to, and that's so important. So I think
Having a community, right?
exactly, community is so important, and that's what I've found here in Lakeway, Texas, is a great sense of belonging, and people have your back like no other place that I've ever been.
Is having a community for the good times, and have a community for the whatever
Right,
it is, the funerals, the births, and that
right.
community
Right.
holds you together. And I
Oh,
love
that's
the fact
beautiful.
that the communities play.
Yes, yes. And so I wanted to wrap it up with this. I just wrote this out. Practice mindfulness, practice playfulness, be intentional in all aspects of your life.
Oh.
I'm going to make that into a bumper sticker.
How about a bump? Oh, I want one. I'll put one on my.
So,
I'll tell you what. Maybe if I had that on the bat, people wouldn't be honking at me all the time. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Senior citizen on board.
that's good. That's good. Perfect.
Well, what we love to do as a community is to hold. Thank you so much for your time, first of all, and what a beautiful model of what it is to be fully alive. And you're just a baby at 61, just saying. And and what would you love to have us hold as a community for you? What would
I would
you love? What
love,
do you see for
I would,
yourself?
I, I'm in the process of purchasing a condominium, and I would love for that to just bear fruit and riches that I can entertain people at my new condo and spread joy and happiness throughout my community. That would be great.
Oh, I'm there for the first party.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Nice swimming pool, diving board, yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Tom. And we so appreciate you and we love you and bless you and totally see the spirit within you because spirit loves fun. Higher
Uh,
power love fun. And we're growing together. Thank you so much.
mm.
Dream big, dream bold, accomplish brilliantly. Over and out. There you go.